Dominic, you curious at all that the timing that usually the president comes out with something, then Congress follows, it was reversed this time around. You had 4 Republicans and 4 Democrats before the microphone, literally last night while we were in the air, as you remember. And then the next day, the president comes out here. Timing, is that important?
I'm sure Senate Democrats are working in conjunction with the White House. I'm sure that the Democrats on this panel of 8 advised the White House of what their intentions were. I think that you're going to see an agreement, but the wild card in this, as I said last night, it doesn't matter, it does matter, but what happens? But when it gets to the House, we just don't know. When it gets to the Congress, all bets are off, no matter what agreement you may have. You can't get those Tea Party folks, some of them, you're going to have a problem.
Richard, I'm sure over the years at your office, you had constituents coming in, people living in the shadows. Try to put as much of a human face when people come in. Some of the issues, why it's not just a piece of paper to be a citizen.
This is a community that is basically as hardworking as almost any of the other immigrant communities, as hardworking, not just almost as. And their problems are the things that my grandparents went through when they came to the United States in the turn of the last century. It's a familiar story, and it's a story we need to pay attention to. I do think there were 2 really essential points to watch out for. One is the one you and Dominic were pointing out. The president, again, was doing this leading from behind stuff, and it's not easy for a president just reelected to stand back and let others step forward. It's an extraordinary moment, and he gets a lot of credit for it. He's going to be standing there with a baseball bat, no doubt about it, but he let others step forward, and that's real. The second thing is we're going to have to go through a process by which the Republican Party bashes its head against the wall in public about 8 times before this is going to happen. The problem with having a minority that dominates the majority is that in the House, they can stand up and make it impossible for people like Rubio and others who may want to move without endangering their crazy right-wing base. So I think there's plenty to watch out for, but I do think it was a pretty good start yesterday.